Hello everybody, today we're going to be checking out Hasbro's Transformers Generations Tankor figure. Now, the first thing I noticed about this figure was his size and just how small it really is. Back when he was introduced in the Beast Machine series in the early 2000s, he was a pretty large character, but recently he's been featured in the Robots in Disguise and comics from IDW, and in that series, he's a little bit more reasonably sized. He's no larger than any other character in that comic book. So, when I put him, or display him with characters like Rhinox dwarfs him pretty badly. He looks just really small in comparison. But then, if we look at him side by side with Starscream based on his current look in the IDW comics, he doesn't look so bad. He looks okay. They display together in a way that looks pretty natural. And then, something else I noticed about him, when I first put him on my shelves, I displayed him next to Beast Machine's Megatron, who never wants to stand up, but there we go. He doesn't look so bad with Beast Machine's Megatron. Now, I mean, Megatron is a small figure also, but they complement each other kind of well, so part of me thinks he was designed with the intention to be included in a Beast Machine's display. Okay, so let's take a look at his transformation then. It's not that complex a transformation, but he was never that complicated a character anyway. So the first thing we can do is flip his legs around like that, and flip his feet down, and then these two panels right here on his leg, those flip down just like that. Okay? And then we can take his arms, we can close his claws if they're open, flip them around, and then fold them up. Flip around, and fold up. Okay? So he should look something like this at this point. Next, we dislodge his upper torso and flip his head around like that, and then move that entire piece downward. When we do that, we can peg in, just to light here, we can peg in his tank treads into the lower portion of the tank. And then we can fold in his arms like that, and that gives his head something to lock into. And then all we have to do is flip over his turret, his cannon. And there, we have Tankor in his tank mode. Okay. And, got a cat here. And just like his robot mode, it's a pretty simple mode. It looks great though. It's very faithful to how he looked on the Beast Machines cartoon. So I don't think we could have asked for a better Tankor figure. Some quick flip arounds there. And there is a decent range of motion in his cannon. It can flip up, can flip down and up. And then if we want the rocket to fire, there are these little tabs here that we can hold on to. And we can just go like normally that works, but of course it's not going to work since the camera's rolling. So I'm going to try that again. Let's see if I can get this back in even. There we go. It's not spring-loaded. It works on a different kind of mechanism. But here we go. Round two. Here we go. Fire. There we go. Yay, it worked. Yay, Tankor. Good job doing what you're supposed to be doing. And then getting it in never really is easy. Okay, but there is Tankor in his tank mode. So to get him back to his robot mode, all we have to do is what we just did, but in the reverse order. Okay, flip his cannon down, free that up, and flip his arms around. Free that lower portion down there. Move that up. And we've got to make sure, let's flip his arms down. There's a tab right here on both sides, and then there's another tab right here. Those all have to kind of lock in unison. And there we go. It's not actually that hard, but sometimes it is. And then we just flip those panels up, flip his feet up, and then flip his legs around. And once again, we have Tankor in his robot mode. I do like the figure quite a bit. I think it's a great likeness to Tankor. Tankor never had a very complex look on the show, and this figure captures it really well. In terms of articulation, he's decently articulated. He's got a good range of motion in his legs. His arms have a great range of motion. His head, however, it can only turn side to side very slightly, and that's it. No up or down motion. And then his cannon can also be posed over his shoulder like that, or way up. But I prefer it to be back. I think it looks more imposing and more intimidating that way. Anyway, that is Transformers Generations Tankor by Hasbro. Thanks for checking us out today, and I'll see you next time.